So I saw this post on webdev about I just finished my portfolio, want some feedback. So this is Hope Peter portfolio, and we're going to start with right at the top left. So here we go. I see this logo here. I would love a little bit more love here. I would say the best way to handle this right now, if you don't really know visual design, graphic design, branding, identity, hit up Fiverr. You could probably get a cheap logo for like 50 bucks. And if you don't have 50 bucks, then try to find discords where graphic designers are, you know, new to the gig and they're looking to help out. Um, cool. So moving along, uh, this feels a little off kilter. This gray on black on white. It just feels, I feel like this is too bold. Maybe make this white. Also, the hover effect matches the active or selected effect. Uh, Try to play around with that so that's not exactly the same. You also have this little button here of this day versus night or, light or dark mode. Uh, these are cool. I like seeing them um, as a reviewer constantly of portfolios because I'm hiring manager. These are always cool, but what I find is that they always one of the um, themes is more uh, the developer actively developed the site in one or the other themes, and when you click over, it usually looks really bad. And I would kind of agree here. I mean, this it just maybe it's because I'm on a giant monitor and you didn't have that, but maybe try to uh, figure out how to handle this navigation bar for large screens. Also, this dark black on off black feels a little off kilter. I like that you added some kind of texture pattern to the background of these stars. Maybe do something kind of similar with the white. It doesn't have to be stars, right? I don't know. Maybe it could be clouds. Who knows? I would also encourage you to try to like animate these somehow. Maybe give them a glow or let them move around the page a little bit. Just give it some love. Yeah, this text on black is very muted. Doesn't Not really my favorite. So let's get to reading. Hi, my name is Hope Peters. Peter. I am a full stack software engineer. Right here, I don't love the word full stack. It tend First off, you're probably actually not full stack engineer. Secondly, I would much rather, as a hiring manager, see a hyper focus on the front end or the back end, or just call yourself a software developer or engineer. And you also kind of get kind of weird where it says like full stack developer as a software engineer. Pick one. It feels weird. I build products with high functionality, user friendly. Yeah, maybe fix this. Accessible, flexible, mobile responsive, and custom websites for my employer. There's this tool called WordTune. It kind of like auto writes sentences. Maybe run it through WordTune. I think you can craft this a little bit better. I mostly work on JavaScript and new technologies as specified by employers and clients. I support small, medium businesses with technology. I'm not sure what to say here, but I feel like what I would do is I would go through a bunch of LinkedIn portfolios of people that you look up to and try to remix what they're saying, because this doesn't really say much. You have a GitHub. It's kind of weird that it's in the square. Maybe fix that. Hover effect is fine. Email looks good. What happens when I click on it? I don't think most people are going to use this form. Maybe just use a mail to link. I guess you have email here. Make this clickable to a mail to. That's something that could help. Cool. You have some featured projects here. This is very low res. maybe either redo the logo or make something, use the noun project to just grab like a pizza slice or something like that. Make it just an icon because this is just very low res. This white border on gray on black, it's just pretty dull. This white, this is gray, just feels off. Either make them match. Send me a message. Probably getting a bunch of spam here if this actually works at all. And yeah, I'd be interested to see what actually happens. You have a resume here. I like this little curly line. This actually looks pretty good. It's a little small here. We're at full res, but I'm sure it prints nicer than it reads here. GitHub doesn't have a hyphen. JavaScript, HTML5, CSS, Node, TypeScript, GitHub, NPM, Yarn, Heroku, Git, and more. Productivity, others. Maybe don't put a broken link on that. Cool, I like the wavy line. Make sure that you're using like something to calculate this date, because if you're going to keep this up, you know, the new year's coming in just a couple more months, and then this is going to instantly be out of date. Cool. Over here, projects. Not in love with this backslash. Selected projects I've worked on in the past. Yeah, try to make this more interesting. Try to make this a little buzzworthy. Work on the title. So we have these three kind of cards. This drop shadow is pretty not, I'm not in love with it. I think we can do a little bit better. Maybe it looks better in light. No. What I would suggest here is to like look at Tailwind or any other kind of cards and see if you can mimic those. I think we can do a little bit better here. Maybe take away the blur. You need an accent color. That's what you're really missing on this site. There's like this rule, I think it's called like the 60-20-20 rule or something like that, or maybe it's 60-30-10, where you want to have like 60% of your site in one color, 20% in another color, and then 10% in the last color. And that 10% is that accent color. I feel like that's what you're missing here. I'll put a link in the description around that idea. So yeah, I click on this and it takes me instantly to the app, and I can tell that this is already just like a proof of concept. What I would suggest here is when I click on this, it's going to take me to project/Don Ramello, and you're going to do a small write-up. Talk about your process, talk about working with this client, or talk about how it's just a little small personal project, and give me a process breakdown. Same with this one. What does this one go to? It's a Netlify app. Yeah, it's under a login wall. No one's going to go past this. So again, you really need that write-up here. And then your personal website, which just links back to here, which is kind of awkward. I know you're looking for 3. I would suggest making a 3rd project. Yeah, or do another write-up on this. So you do a write-up. So, or maybe it does that. No, it just takes you back. So yeah, do a write-up on that. Talk about the technology. Talk about why you did it. So yeah, let's go back to the about. I'm Hope, a Nigeria-based software developer. I'd still like software engineer more. I think it just has more gravitas. So maybe reframe that. I specialize in interface design. So you're a software developer, but you specialize in interface design. Maybe interface development or something like that. UI. And functionality in web-based applications with a focus on simplicity and usability. I like that. That sounds good. I'm passionate about design and functionality and how the two can be used to create good user experience. Outside of work, my hobbies include playing video games, watching sci-fi shows and movies, experimenting with latest tech. Cool. I like that. Soft skills, critical thinking, problem solving, good communication skills, teamwork, collaboration, professionalism, flexibility and adaptability, time management skills. Sounds good. This all looks good. Um, well, this all looks good. I want to see, it's missing rich media. Maybe add some cards, some UI if you specialize in that around what's your last played video game, what's your last show you've watched or movie, and talk about that. Give me more about you. I would suggest looking at some portfolios of people that you look up to and seeing how they do their about page and seeing what you can steal from that. Um, Work on some typography. It kind of feels kind of weird that this is all left aligned and there's this big gap here. Maybe a good opportunity to put some imagery here. I would suggest using unsplashed. Unsplashed. Grab some B-roll on here, some imagery. It's really good. Tools. Cool. So I almost would think maybe merging about and tools could be really helpful to give some like life to your about page. This is kind of cute. I don't know what this is. Is this all CSS? Cool. So you did this, or is this an image stack? Yeah. So it looks like you did this all in CSS, which is pretty cool. I think someone will appreciate that. Tech stack. Maybe try some emojis on this. I think that will like liven up, and maybe hit up Google Fonts and try to find a nice font for your site. I like these cards more than the other cards. I feel like they feel good. Icons are a little big. Maybe make them a little smaller. Yeah. Something I like doing is making this number count up from like maybe when you were born. Make it really quick, but you got to add some what's it called? Intersection observer to make it count. I think so far this feels good. This looks good. This is my favorite part of your site so far. It has a lot of life. So hopefully that helped. This is the Rich Engineer. Like and subscribe. Leave comments. What did you think? Do you want to see me do more portfolio reviews? Thank you.